Washington Commanders.
I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care. Yeah, he was that nigga back in 1940. It went, and he barely won in that era. It's like I said, that's my only reason for actually caring about that. Otherwise, I don't give a damn. Niggas be trying to act like Kyrie is him. No, he's not. Easily, offensively, easily.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. These two teams met in our nation's
capital. Wait, I'm just saying. I'm just making sure you're not combining the two. But offensively, Kyrie might be my favorite. Like above niggas like stretch. If I want to, because his bag is so versatile. I'm not. Yeah, no. I'm not saying that he's clearly Steph is that nigga too. When I think of scoring point guards, you can't have Steph. And well, I guess you gotta throw Dame in there. But my thing is this. But my thing is this. Is Kyrie got a post up game, that I don't feel them other two niggas have. Like, but you got Steph, you got Dame. Well, people hate when I say like, nigga, these centers nowadays are more skilled than the other ones are. Because they, nigga, I'm like, bro, if you don't think niggas like DeMarcus Cousins would, like, be able to beat Shaq, nigga, I'm like, bro, I'm like, nigga, you act like DeMarcus Cousins didn't have range and, like, a bag on him. I'm like, fam, I'm not saying that he's better than Shaq. I'm just saying his bag was deeper as opposed to just having size, and that was it. Like, and like you said, Jokic, they are more skilled, and the PGs after them will be more skilled. That's true too. That's true too. Which is why when I rank players, bro, I rank players according to who I saw. Right? And I know that like OGs and stuff, they be like, yeah, but I saw Jordan and all that. I'm like, I hear you. Yeah, nigga, I ain't get to see too much of them movies. So nigga, I rank niggas the way that I see them. Nigga, like, but Kyrie, Curry, and Lillard, those might be my favorite scoring point guards. Because them niggas,
and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory.
I've always went hard on Kyrie too, just because I feel like if he's not going to be a good
discussed on defense.
There's an like you have to be
and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Like, nigga, I always wanted to see him have a year like a, a 30 piece
penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
You get punched in your face.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a
Touchdown.
deep ball, end zone.
Goodness gracious.
And
Deion Sanders caught up to that.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
Do you like the Legends
They're
idea?
moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Lance's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I can do without those Legends.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I mean, it ain't like a turn. It ain't like a huge turn.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
But that's kind of always my thing with like if you give out too many like traits and stuff. Like sometimes when people because I'm not. So this is what I was saying. I think I was talking with you about it. I was like, I'm not a fan of ARs unless it's in a fantasy draft because otherwise, like some of those things, like the Texans, who you have to like AR.
An early case of anything you can do.
But if you give that same, if you give those same ARs to a team like the Rams, and they can AR cupping Aaron Donald, nigga, they become amazing again, you know. Or even the Raiders, where you can AR Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams, you know what I mean? But nigga, you got some of those things where like you AR, man, you like you still don't know what to do.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over
started my league off really good next season.
Hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Hard.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
What are you there? Hey, J.O.K. really plays J.O.K. really plays like a defensive back, bro.
Near the 40. And not the first quarter that he was hoping
for.
Two interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks,
goodness, come on, Paul. Get sticky, Paul. Get sticky.
For grabs the rest of the ball game.
A huge play there for Washington. 57
Where's my ice
yards. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Donald Hill halfway to 100 down with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
My son gonna be a king. I tell him every morning.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off of play action. Here's Lance. He'll let it fly for Austin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Really
in today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
They will really let niggas just run right by them. And I'm like,
hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I popped this and like stopped this one and dropped this one.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Made a horrible
read. See so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on his. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
You put them above me. Well, not them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try to put some pressure on the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. There's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. On fourth down, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They did the little
they only
swing
needed
forward
a few
tackle,
inches,
bro.
but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on
do that,
fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions.
The first time I
Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league
period.
without developing
I was
some
like
major
running the
mental
ball
toughness. So
nonstop.
I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
I mean, not fourth.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeat. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Jefferson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Butker on for the PAT.
Mel said to Daryl inboxed him saying, "What's your secret? You seen us figure him out?"
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Oh, man, what's your secret? How do you do it? What's your secret, man?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And,
that's what he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. So now then the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
You gonna see the new Spider-Man yet?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Yeah, I got Spider-Man in my house.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
No, he wasn't. I actually felt rather disrespected that it took so long.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this.
Oh, you gotta block him.
It's picked up by the
There's
Cowboys.
no way that you don't block him at all. Oh, man.
Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, 1 by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
First of all, my wide receiver don't block him. He fumbles, and then my nigga hits 6 and I get the ball back.
So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
Niggas wonder why I say I don't bet on Madden. Damn it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line.
People that be wishing
And
their
he'll be out of
passes
bounds here
happy
just
Father's Day.
past the 20-yard line.
They'd be like, happy Father's Day to my spiritual father. I'd be like, what? Okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play action fake, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
No, you got to throw that. You got to hop
for the
that.
3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for it. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to
my
about
players
the 40.
dragging him back.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He texted me, though.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
I pressed the wrong button. I had 2 niggas open and I pressed the wrong one. Jettas is pissed with me.
Not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
My goodness, I had two people open pressure on
with career touchdown number 75. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
I tell them all the time, and I never want them. I pop quiz them like stop, listen, and drop wisdom. The bottom crowd at the top.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Again, I figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Like those niggas are tough as hell to play.
Now Lance.
You can't blitz them, dog.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett.
Oh my God.
Right near the 35-yard line.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Punts are hard to return.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Before I hiked that ball, though, I made up my mind I was going to throw right at his user. That's what I did.
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Nigga, what the hell happened to Miss Evans?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker
Where's
on to
this
kick it
nigga
away.
at? What happened when she said, I remember everything?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
She's in jail, just rotting.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to at least get one score back. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
How did I never pull up with a Maybach?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Who's the builder?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
The only baby here is you, because you my baby.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back. His time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Whoa.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He said, fuck that, I'm on my change now. Nigga, see like that nigga recorded.
The Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Mike said, what I do to you?
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Nah, I'm watching another video. I'm seeing what he's talking about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. But self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This will use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
All right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say,
and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
Never left it.
Here we go, set.
How you know I was talking to you?
They'll try and run for it.
Are you the only one in my house?
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They
know what I
had to
thought
go
from all
for it
my
with such little time remaining.
First of all, I call my kids
Washington
up and
will
toughen
have
them
another
up.
turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Thanks, man.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now?
You're going to be like, bro, the other niggas ain't even played good. But we at least got an answer.
Well decided.
Like, nigga, my game should be a force.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And my goodness, another interception.
Shouldn't Mitchell be a force? No, it's not. What happened with Bruce and them? Did they end up playing? Okay.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback
Them
with
niggas
less
still ain't playing.
experience
They
or
know
less
each other,
talent.
don't they?
But a quarterback of
The
his
hell
caliber,
taking so long?
I can't believe what we've just seen.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Commanders are going to take
Nigga, how long have we
possession
been
of
on
the
this?
football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game,
like we've been on this
that's certainly something to take pride in.
Maybe because I'm played up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
No,
Taking it about the
he's
one.
trying to act like he's not on while he get a tight end, bro.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
About set for this
I
next
know
drive
that
by the
nigga
Cowboys
because why would
offense.
if you not on, bro?
CD,
Bill, if we not on the sticks, fam, do we really care what's going on at that point in time, bro? Because what's the point of asking for a trade if you not? And that's the thing too. Chris would come in there and like make trades and then leave. They could have traded away first round draft picks.
Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
I know that nigga, man.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Lance. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting
I was about to
up.
say he.
So
I was about to say he
second
gonna be
down,
mad
still
because
10 yards to go. Ball on the
watch.
43.
I bet you gonna try to.
One final try now for Lance. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
So for Washington, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
That Bengals user that was talking about how we had all that money. Donald far on the big so 6'8", bro. Like it's a play on here to where he just caught it on the corner and he didn't even jump. He just outreached him. And he got it.